Hello, I'm going to read a chapter of Journey to Joburg. Nalady's plan. Nalady and Tyro were worried. Their baby sister Danio was ill, very ill, for 3 days now. Nono, their granny, had been trying to cool her fever with damp cloths placed on her head and body. Mangwani, their auntie, made her take sips of water, but still their sister lay hot and restless, crying softly at times. "Can't we take Danio to the hospital?" Nalady begged. But no, Aunt said Danio was much too sick to be carried that far. The only hospital was many kilometres away, and Nalady also knew they had no money to pay a doctor to visit them. No one in the village had that much money. If only Ma was here, Nalady wished over and over as she and Tiro walked down to the village tap with their empty buckets. She clutched tightly at the coins in her hand. Each morning the children had to pass the place of graves on their way to buy the day's water, and only last week another baby in the village had died. It was always scary seeing the little graves, but especially this fresh one now. As they came nearer, Nalady fixed her eyes on the ground ahead, trying not to look, trying not to think, but it was no use. She just couldn't stop herself thinking of her own little sister being lowered into a hole in the ground. Finally, Nalady could stand it no longer. When they had returned with the water, she called Tyro to the back of the house and spoke bluntly. "We must get Ma, or Danio is going to die." "But how?" Tyro said, bewildered. Their mother worked and lived in Johannesburg, more than 300 kilometres away. "We can get to the big road and walk," Nalady replied calmly. It was the school holidays, but in term time it took the children more than an hour to walk to school each day, so they were used to walking. Nalady wasn't going to let herself think how much longer it would take to get to Johannesburg. However, Tyro was not so sure. "But Nono doesn't want us to worry, Ma, and I know she won't let us go." "That's just it," Nalady retorted quickly. "Nono and Mangwani keep saying Danio will be better soon. You heard them talking last night. They say they don't want to send Ma a telegram to frighten her, but what if they wait and it's too late?" Tyro thought for a moment. "Can't we send Ma a telegram?" "How can we if we haven't got any money? And if we borrow some, Nono will hear about it and it would be very cross with us." It was clear that Nalady had made up her mind, and Tyro knew his sister. She was 4 years older than him, already 13, and once she had decided something, that was that. So Tyro gave up reasoning. The children went to find Nalady's friend Poleng and explained. Poleng was very surprised, but agreed to help. She would tell Nono once the children had gone, and she also promised to help their granny, bringing the water and doing the other jobs. "How will you eat on the way?" Poleng asked. Tyro looked worried, but Nalady was confident. "Oh, we'll find something." Poleng told them to wait and ran into her house, returning soon with a couple of sweet potatoes and a bottle of water. The children thanked her. She was indeed a good friend. Before they go, Nalady had to get the last letter Ma had sent, so she knew where to look for her in the big city. Slipping into the house, Nalady took the letter quietly from the tin without Nono and Mangwani noticing. Both were busy, with Danio, and Nalady slipped out again.